tide is coming in. We're about 2 hours away from the green level on that slime area, and the surf has been used by surfers. They come in there and practice their curls. They can ride the wave just standing there going down. He just said, I had envisioned the gate being much narrower. It is 120 feet long and 36 feet high. And there are 17 gates in this end, and this needs to be repainted every few years. They're not sure it's going to last. They had a 200-year plan for these gates, but they don't know if they're going to last 200 years with the seawater deterioration. It's just an enormous project, one of the 7 wonders of the world, voted by the American Civil Engineers Association. And this is a beautiful view. Those yellow markers out there is the seabed for the dam.
Sure, I don't know what time it is. I think it's
That's probably
his vehicle, I'm guessing.
Heel hoog op de ferry. Als het heel mooi weer is, kan je ook in het wild bijvoorbeeld een afstand afleggen van 150 km per dag, zonder met haar vriendjes te vatten. Dan gaan ze ook nog 1 keer naar mensen toe sturen. Ik heb nog 1 laatste video meegenomen. Zijn naam is Ziggy. Ziggy is ook een Europese hond. Ziggy is haar dochter. Ziggy had niet genoeg vrienden vandaag. Maar Ziggy is gewoon ook een vrienden. Dus Ziggy daar niet beginnen. Ziggy zou de foto's in het zelf een opzoeking van daar zitten. Met een mooie foto gemaakt over parkfotografisch. Maar dan zullen we even knopje op de foto willen.
We've just left Williamstead. Folk walked the town, got an old windmill, beautiful scenery. She said it's the niece of Holland. A lot of multi-million-dollar yachts come there. And I'm scanning the horizon here to show you what I think is an atomic power plant that they're phasing out of Holland and Germany. Germany closed their 5 plants. And, the Japanese plant was flooded. So here is windmills next to the atomic power plant. Well, we're still on our way to Kinderdyke, going underneath this bridge with a section that they can raise. We're going to the left of that. Maneuvering in a position, we should go right under that bridge in front of us without a problem. The other boat, we had to get everything down because we were too low on the Rhine and on the canal. We went through the locks, but looks like he's got plenty of room. Got a beautiful day reading my book, Cold Sassy Tree. I'll give that to Folka to read, see if she enjoys reading about the Old South. Good book. I think those numbered signs are telling him how much room he's got above the seawater. 10 feet it looks like, and he's going to make it fine. Here's the clearance we're going under right now. Motorbike going overhead. Kid in the back. He had red lights before, they turned yellow, so he's underneath it right now. See the railroad side. That's how they lift the bridge up with cables. And there's the church. Church steeple, a bell steeple.
Then our driver would have to pay the fine, and we wouldn't have a very happy driver. That means it will be cooling off in a bit, give the bus or the air condition a bit of time. Our driver here today is Leo. How about goeiedag Leo? Half uurtje?
Ja, ongeveer een half.
Yeah, half uurtje is a half hour, but it depends a bit how busy it's going to be, because today we will have some more people because it is the National Monument Weekend in Europe. That means that all of the windmills are running just for us. Just for us, all of them will be operated. Isn't that nice? Yeah. Very good. Well, as we are driving, I would like you to use your seat. Oh, stop the bus! We already have a windmill ahead of us. Wow! What is it doing there? Well, this is very uncommon. This is the only windmill in that neighborhood that is not pumping water. Are being operated today and are open for visitors. So that is quite unique. That means, why do we do that? Because we want to make sure that the kids get to understand their national heritage. And let me see here, yeah, everybody's of Holland. While we are going to the oldest town of the Netherlands tomorrow. So I did already explain that this morning on the bus. What is the difference between Holland and the Netherlands? We sometimes use the term Holland for all of the Dutch people, but that is not correct, because Holland are only, North and South Holland are only two provinces or states of the Netherlands. The Netherlands, the term that was used after 1830, but all the 7 provinces were united. These were the 7 provinces that were also part of the East India Company. We also know why Willemstad was called Willemstad, because that's where he fought against the Spaniards. Do you already know that King or Prince Alexander came from Orange, and family came from Germany? There is a carrot, you're right. Yes. But in those days, the original color of carrot was either a white one or a purplish, bluish version. The orange carrot was only my son and his wife and the kids have had enough time for a normal life to see their kids growing up, to spend a lot of time with their family, because I know how much pressure it is here on your left side.
Okay, this is the area. There's working windmills here to pump the water from these canals into the lake to keep this side, the pool they call it, from flooding. They're all over the place here. That's the windmill we're going on where that boat is. And there's a whole bunch explaining this is the lowland. And that's the town we're in, Kinderdyke. With a D-I-J-K. These boats are giving you a ride around the area. I may do this.
Pump everything off, no matter if it is
This is a giant screw. It's the Archimedes principle of moving 850,000 gallons of water a minute, it says.
Firstly, you know that you have to work further. I will be waiting.
We've got 1, 2, 3 of them operating in my view here. We've got 3 minutes left. I'll get to this when she gets on the way back. Here's a mama with her baby ducklings here, feeding among the water lilies. Moving out, there's something right on top of a lily there. Everybody's getting lunch. Guy yelling at his daughter to be still. Don't jump around the boat. Well, my express has arrived here. This guy is getting apple torte. I may have that next if this waiting lasts another half an hour or more. It's about at least a half a mile walk round trip to those windmills, or to the one we're getting a tour in. And if you notice, this windmill, 2 of the blades seem to have been denuded by the wind. 2 are still covered with cloth, but winds come through here and it takes the cloth away. And that's the one that our group is going to down there. There's 2 types of windmills, they said. The one that I'm pointing at now does not have a cap on the top. The base rotates to face the wind. They manually have to turn it to get it facing the wind. And these newer style ones have a cap on the top where only the top half moves. 100 years later, someone said, why are we moving the whole building when we just could move a piece of the building, just the top piece, and we don't have all the vibrations from the windmill when it's cranking up and grinding grain. It shakes up the foundation and the stones. There are a lot of Viking ships here docked right outside the gate leading to this place, so Viking does it right. They get you right to the dock. It seems a little bit higher price, but you pay for it. You get it back in services that they render to you. Got a minute left on this disc. I'm going to end it here and switch over to disc number 121 in a minute and be ready for the return trip. These windmills are not actually grinding meal, as I thought. They are pumping stations to get the water from when it fills up through these lakes and canals. When they got a lot of rain, they pump it in the river, which is behind us, and that's where the Archimedes screw that we saw before is able to do in a minute what these things take probably a week to do. A very different system, even though Archimedes invented it 2,000 years ago. A little bit of technology exchange. Very relaxed setting here. Self-service cafe. I had them bring me another espresso